Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Today's episode, actually tonight's episode of the AKAPAD Film Buff podcast is a public service announcement. Let me sit you down, and we got to talk about this movie. But the public service announcement part of this episode, and welcome back, Peter A. DeLuca here, coming to you from, you guys know, stay with me, Philadelphia, PA, the greatest city in the world. You guys also know, I don't live far from City Hall, a beautiful monument, brilliant structure that just the last couple of days, just spent a lot of time around it again. I got really good with traveling with my laptop and just using my phone as a mobile hotspot. And previously, I was always confined where I could sit down in the city. Now I'm not. I know all the spots to go to. I know where there's good shade. I know what has good seating. Before it was only limited to hotels and coffee houses. Some of the schools like Drexel, I would be able to pop into some of the open areas in Drexel and sit down. But a little bit of a nomad. But earlier today, I'm sitting outside taking the call, doing some work right outside City Hall, and there's just nothing better than moments like that. But that's not the public service announcement. The public service, we're talking The Last House today, 2026, Netflix movie. I went into this movie only knowing a family is trapped in a house. It's nighttime, right? I have a amazing skyline view of Center City, by the way. I can see William Penn. I see William Penn all day, all night. I'm sitting down. I have iced coffee. I have some leftover popcorn. And I started watching this movie and I started munching. Drinking coffee and munching. And what I wanted to remind everyone of is that we're here to watch movies. We're here to have a good time. We're here to enjoy ourselves. That's the public service announcement. So moving forward, for you to be a part of the film buff army, if you will, we enjoy film. We sit down, we watch movies, we like to debate movies, we like to talk about our favorites, and from time to time, miss opportunities. Very much, right? Like it's like sports talk, but it's imagination and ideas and color and shapes and form and storytelling and narratives and all of this stuff, right? Like that's the film going experience. And another piece of that is the people around you. Who are you watching this movie with? And a lot of times, the first time you watch a movie with someone, and it's a little bit impactful, or you have a film going experience, you remember it for the rest of your life. Like that first time you watched that movie, when you laughed with someone, or you were trying to solve a mystery, and you're talking it through as you're watching the movie. Or when music hits and there's a score, or when you see a landscape and you just see something that you never imagined, you never thought you would see before, and it's right there in front of your face. And when you share those moments with people, it sticks to you. It never leaves. That's the film going experience. So for The Last House, I put it on. I didn't know anything about this movie other than a family was trapped inside the house. And I had a wonderful time watching this movie, talking through this movie, because I'm watching it with my fiance, dissecting this movie, trying to really figure out like what's happening, what's the hook, what's the point. I always like to ask this question, like what's the point of this movie, or where do you think this movie will go? And we find out that the rain goes, right? It starts raining, and everyone, the whole neighborhood, trapped in their house. The rain seals the house. No contact with the outside world. The rain is almost like a sealant. Really cool. And then later we find out that there's these creatures, and they, there might be of legends of old, but they control the rain, and they, are somewhat, like kind of looking a little bit like some of Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones. And then years go by. There's such a wonderful time jump in this movie where it really feels like a true chapter 2. Years go by, and the family is still in the house, and the husband catches food through the chimney. He's an engineer. He can invent and create things. It's explained. The kids grow up. Greta Lee, I just feel she plays the wife. Awesome, like strong, stern. Like her performance in this, you're almost like, man, like she could be anybody's mother. Wagner Moura is the dad protecting the family, and then we have the children and the kids, right? Like it's 2 different roles for each, or two separate actors and actresses for the kids, because the kids grow up, and you find out that they've been in this house for years. So we're watching this movie, and you put yourself in the shoes of this family. You say to yourself, man, like when do you start rationing food? When do you take it seriously? Do you start rationing right away? Do you care about the water supply and all of these things? And then the movie ends, and we get this. I don't want to say I got chills, but I just got like a flashback to when I was, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to connect movies or anything. The last couple shots of Kevin Costner, Kevin Reynolds, and we talked a lot about Kevin Reynolds this year, Waterworld, where the adventure begins again. There's a new adventure. There's another step to be taken. Roll credits. That was the sense I got at the end of this movie. There's a little bit of resolution. There's a little bit of a apocalyptic world by the time this family gets out of the house. They get out of the house. In a way, they save the world through humanity. Something that maybe these creatures never saw. And you can say, right, like we can criticize that, but it's explained and it's clear. So you give credit to the people who made this movie. Like, they communicated a broader concept very clearly. And as this movie marches on, the salt water is eroding things and algae's everywhere, and the family is growing everything inside of their house. Just really cool, like, fantasy stuff. And I like these, I call it, and this, in my view, qualifies. I like these sensory depraved movies. Something like Hush or Bird Box or A Quiet Place, where it's a single logical position that's really the plot. Meaning, it's the plot device is we can't talk. The plot device is we can't leave our house. The plot device is we can't see anything. I thought this movie was awesome. I thought this movie was a surprise. I thought it was fantastic. I make this point time and time again. If this movie came out in the 90s, in the 2010s, in the 2020s, I think it would have made a hell of a lot of money. I think this movie would have made money in the pre-COVID era. Maybe not as deep as the 2020s, but the 2010s. I take that back. But I feel like if this was a theatrical release, it would have got traction, would have had word of mouth. It would have done all of the things. And the reason for the public service announcement earlier That took me about 2 minutes to get to. I apologize. The people online, they criticize the family growing their own food. They criticize the husband hunting for the family. They criticize that the family has been in the house for too long. I think it's necessary to show a little bit of that desperation, that leap, that jump. Again, Greta Lee plays such a strong, balanced mother. You kind of say, yeah, like they kind of have their shit together, and they survive better than other people. That and with the skills and the knowledge of the husband, right? Like they make a pair. The pair protected the family. Like I don't know. Part of streaming anticipating drops like this, right? Like, cause I want to drop like this from everybody, from AMC, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus. These are film going movies. I think these are crowd pleasing movies. I think these are high concept movies. These are well executed movies. And hell, they're a lot of fun. And I haven't heard anyone suggest that about this movie. They just want to dogpile and kick it. Kick a dog while it's down. There you go. Double puns. But yeah, AK Powders. The Last House. Absolute recommendation. And big shout out. I feel like we have to do a Films Off episode of Louis Leterrier. This is our director. And also, too, Matthew Robertson, who wrote... he wrote this movie called Trucks. I love Trucks. Go check out Trucks. Louis Leterrier, we know him. I mean, come on. Let's just highlight some. This guy, I love his movies. Transporter 2, Incredible Hulk, Clash of the Titans, Now You See Me, The Takedown, Fast X, The Last House, and he has Liminal coming soon. TBA. He's one of the underrated great directors of our time. Clash of the Titans too. Like, what an awesome update that movie was. All right, AKA Powders, film buffers. Last House from Netflix. Full recommendation. I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.